Welcome stocking charts. We're gonna do a quick review and a quick recap of the previous session. See what the market gave us and how we can react or what to expect for the next session. Okay. We're gonna start with a USD. I think the pound USD. I'm gonna clear this out. Just because I need to make create new levels on this. And looking at this, I'll zone this out for our previous plans. Okay. This plan is still valid to me. And basically, what we saw was price actually did um, reverse back to this resistance and support area, and we had a little retracement, but we didn't actually get in touch with this 134.80, and there was a sellout right around here at 134.67 with the high impact news, right? So that was still a valid plan because I was seeing this resistance here or this sell point from a drop page drop perspective right here. Drop, base, drop, right? We came down, drop, base, drop. So this basically serves as another resistance level. We're gonna look at this and see where price can head from here. Okay. And also remember that today we have I think today there is gonna be news on the pound as well. We have the CPI on the pound, which is high impact news as well at 11 p.m. my time, where I live, my city time. Okay, so like tonight, almost midnight, we're gonna have the news. So we're gonna go ahead and clear this out. We'll clear this out and see where the pound is heading right now. On the 4 hour, we are now on a downtrend in contact with a support zone here. We got a support here, and in the 4 hour, we have a 4 hour downtrend. Not a perfect downtrend, but we got three there. Very slanty, which is why I want to keep my sell zones like right here. If prices retrace to this area, it's a good spot to get on shorts on this pair. Okay, so that being said, if we look at this, we got rejection, rejection, rejection like three times. It's right here. Rejection, rejection, rejection. Almost four. We broke through it. Now price has gone below that. Okay, below that rejection part. So basically, we're heading down from here. And we have a second downtrend here. If you're going to expand that, you can expand it and see clearly that this is another 4 hour downtrend. These are all 4 hour candles and they're all red. But now we're in contact with this support area here on the 4 hour as well. Okay, we're in contact with the support area. I think the first support area was right here. I think I drew it probably too early, but we have that listed on the chart as well at 133.84. It's a good support zone there as well from my previous sessions. And if I want to make this a little bit sweet for us, I think we have another area here, which I drew. I think I drew this area as well on the previous analysis. And we have this here as well, where price can mitigate and we can expect some form of buy in this area. Okay. If you want to use a volume profile and you go this in the 4 hour, on the 30 minutes, you're going to see that we have this zone here where people or the big banks are willing to buy. Okay. So that being said, I wanna support previous support right here, and price could have a little bit of retracement. And also, as I just said, we have a news about the pound today, and also we have this other rotation here. Normally, when price rotates like this, it's a telltale sign that the buyers manipulated the price, and the manipulation happened from here and it took off. Okay. So basically, when price returns to this zone, you want to look for buys. Okay. When price returns to an area where there's a rotation, according to volume profile theory, you want to look to go long from there. So you can take a long from here, but looking on given the fact that we have news on this pair tonight, I will stay clear of the pound unless I'm doing quick scalps. Still, our resistance zone is still found here, where you can look for sales or supply zone, and the top resistance is right here, where you can look for sales as well. And buy zones is right here. You can take a short risk and buy here, or you can wait for maybe something like this. Okay. What I can see here, it could be something like this. Then price reverse back to our previous resistance, which is right here as well. Drop base drop here, drop base drop area here. If we are to bring this a little bit closer, just to be safe, all right, unless you want to swing this for a long time. But I have a drop base drop area here also, that it also manifests with another area here where there's a rejection. So possibly 134.97 ish is an area to look for sales. Okay, that is it for the pound. Buy area, I'll put this in buy area here, and second area here. So this will be a buy area slash demand. Okay, demand there, and we have supply, we have resistance, drop base drop, drop base drop, supply zone or resistance zone. Okay, so that is what I have for the pound. We also have another area here. You can just copy this, and you have an area where you want to look for sales as well. Okay, buy area, and you can put this in sell area as well. Okay, just put this sell short. All right. Moving forward, we have another area of interest, which is basically this. I just said concentrations, orders to the upside. So volume profit theory, when orders mitigate like this, all right, and shoot up all the way this way, you see, this is to tell you that if price returns to this area, which it did the first time, as you can see, it did here, came back, did again, went back there, came again to the same area, the top of the concentration, and now we are broken. We are still there on that same area, all right, which is right here onto this line here, which means we are still in contact with this support zone. Um, and from there we can see where price action can go from here. Okay, let's take this up to another pair which I'm looking at right now, and that will be the USD CAD. All right, USD CAD will give me this right here. My theory still stands on the USD CAD. Not much has changed. Okay, we've had a move upward from this resistance zone. If I have to zoom this out for USD CAD, I was expecting a drop to this demand zone here, or the support zone, but that did not happen, which means you're probably going up. And as I said before, there was a box here which was created. And if you look very closely in the previous analysis, I had this marked up, and I said there's a resistance zone here. Once price breaks above this resistance zone or the box, if price is to come back from there, we can look for buys. And right now, the VWAP is at 137.01, which means if price is to break below this VWAP, I can still look for buys, because if you look at the charts, you will see a high volume note about 3 different sessions. All right. If you look at this first session, the previous session here, another session, it's a high volume note, and this area is going to act as support if prices to return back to this zone. Okay, and we have broke the resistance. You can clearly see here there was a resistance in this area here, and that hasn't broken. All right, so what is the play for the USD cut right now? I'm looking for some kind of retracement towards 136.95 or 95 or 90, where I'm looking for buys. And my next target on this will be almost this zone here. So if I clear this out for the USD CAD, my next target plan will be, first off, we have above this box, right? This has been almost for almost a week or 2 weeks that this has been happening right here. So what I'm looking for the USD CAD is a retracement back to the start point of this. All right, we can have a little sell there, and I want to take that to the next supply zone, which I find could be all the way up here at 3800s. If you're going to swing it, if you plan on swinging that, that's what you can do. If you plan on just doing a safer way where you don't lose, you don't have much time, then I will put the supply zone on which to get profits and this at the beginning of this resistance here. Give me a second here. This resistance here can actually work out for another area for profit taken. 137.66, 137.57. All right, that's almost 60 pips that you can catch with this trade. So right there, You want to look for that, all right, and you take your profits there. So, oh, sorry, give me a second. I'm gonna click that out. And once you have that, you can know what your trades are. I don't think breaking below this box is very risky. As I said, now that we broke above it, that means price wants to go up. All right, so price can retrace here, come back here to this volume note, and the buyers are going to step in and push the price upwards. All right, so that is the plan I have for the pound for the USD CAD. Now let's take a look at the USD JPY. Okay, today was an excellent day for USD JPY, and my plan actually did work for the USD JPY as well. As you can see, this is the old plan I had. All right, we had the retracement. See here, it didn't come all the way to this area that I marked the trend line, but actually it did happen a little bit, and we had the consolidation and price shot up from here. You see that? So basically, this and that. This was my plan, and it happened a little bit, but not specific like that. All right, and we're going up this direction here. Okay, so what is my next view on this pair? I want to say um, I'm looking for some kind of short retracement for the US dollar because the US dollar is kind of strong right now. And the positions I'm seeing this on would be here. I'll look for high volume note more specifically, or we have a kind of a resistance zone here, a support term resistance. If you see this is a resistance zone, and now price is basically above the zone. All right, price being above the zone is a very strong sign the buyers are interested in this in the US dollar right now. So I want to see some kind of a retracement towards this area again, um, to look for buys. And in that aspect, I'm looking for price to maybe, let's say, mitigate all the way from here. If that happens, from here to this VWAP, all right, the VWAP line is located at 138.19 ish. If price breaks above this, then we're coming down to one. I think we're coming down to this area where there's a high volume node at 147.78 or 80. So we have a high volume node waiting for us right here. If you look at it's a message chart because I have too much data on this already. So high volume node, if we take this out, if I clear this out, make it all brand new. So you can see, all right, we have a high volume node here where price could come back and retest the resistance areas. It was a resistance and price broke through it, right? My previous analysis, I also told you guys if the news comes up and price is to me to get above this, then we're gonna have an area where we can sell, and this area needs to act as support right now. Okay, so basically, we're looking for price to come back. We are looking for price to come back, and this area act as support. All right, if we have a support zone forming here, then we can take it from there. Okay, so basically, this is your support area here with this high volume notes. Mark that out. And if prices retrace back this way, all right, we have a retracement here. You want to play it long from there. Okay, give me a second. I'll mark this as bluish. So the charts do talk. All you got to do is listen. You want to take that, and from there we can make a new high, give or take. Now, this only happens when price actually does move. If price doesn't move, then there's nothing to say here. But this is all what I see on this pair. If we can get all the way down here, this VWAP here, this is a VWAP here looking at us. And most of the times the VWAP always act as support. All right. So that being said, let us get to the Great British Pound GPY. Right now, JPY is kind of strong, but still the pound is weak, which gives this pair a little bit of a weakness. But we're seeing that we're in contact. Even on the 5 minutes, we can see a lot of stuff on the 5 minutes. I'm going to clear it out. From the past analysis, it didn't clear work out with this pair because I was expecting like a sell-off or a retracement before price taking off. But that did not happen. Okay, that didn't happen the way I planned for it. So this was my previous plan: drop down and reverse. But price actually just stayed around this box where there was a support area I drew here. So price came down, had the support, and respected that. But right now we are in this zone where it's a sell-off zone, right? 120, 199.28, 199.30. That's where we are right now. So looking at this, I just want to say this almost the same similar thing with the USD JPY. I'll clear this out for now. And the next plans I have for the USD JPY is basically still almost what I have for this guy, right? So support zone here. And as I said, we have a news on the pound today, you want to watch your chart and make sure you know exactly what time that acts on your from your area where you come from. I'm in Canada, so I know exactly what time that is going to be for me. So that's marked on my charts, and I do not trade news ever. I wait for the news to happen, then I take my trade. So my trades today happen after all the news, and they were all profitable trades. Okay. So that being said, I want to look for the price to maybe retrace back to this area, and that will be at 198.89 give or take, or 198.60 give or take. All right. This was an area of high concentration. There's a rotation here. It took a while, and price took off from there. Okay, so basically, picture perfect. What I'm looking for, JPY is a small retracement. Still with the news coming up, you have to be careful. All right, retracement here again. It's always good to buy when the price retraces. It's not very good to buy at the top, right? The reason why we all fail sometimes is because we keep buying things at the top and we keep selling at the bottom. So on a spot like this, you have a high chance of actually selling and making money rather than buying. All right, unless price just takes like a miracle and just poof all the way up, which is sometimes very impossible unless it's news, right? So you want to wait for price to come down to this area and you take it from here. Okay, that will be for the USD, also the Great British Pound and the JPY, and I think that should be all for about the plans I have for today. Some people trade gold, as I told you guys. I can do analysis on any chart you want. I can do analysis on everything, and I still bring out almost the same things here. And we shouldn't forget that we have some sort of a supply or demand zone on this pair all the way here. All right, so let's not forget we have a demand zone here, and we're still operating within this box. There's a box here where price is just doing the ups and downs, which basically is telling you that right now you should be looking at sells rather than buys. Because if you're buying here, you're taking a very big risk, right? Because we are in a supply zone. If prices seems to get down and go up, then it's good for you. So you want to wait for price some sort of retracement, mostly during London session, then you take a buy. If price is to leave this box and shoot up from here, if we were to have an instance where price just does this from here and do that, then you want to wait for a retest of this zone and take it long from here. Okay, so you want to leave me your likes and your comments in the comment section. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Let's get subscribers to this channel because I plan on doing this for every person out there trying to learn. I will create a different session where I will be teaching people my trading strategy and the indicators I use on my charts. Okay. That being said, hit the like and subscribe button as I said, and see you on the next one. And trade smart, not hard, and wait for your lines to come. Wait for your zones to hit and take your trades. Don't be afraid. All you have to work on is your mentality or your mindset, and you'll be a successful trader. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good one, and see you on the next one.